Welcome all to Billionaire. Good evening and hope you had a good trading day today. So let's analyze and see where we could have traded today. And we will build on whatever knowledge we are gaining on regular basis. Guys, please note that this is not just a level marking chart where most of the folks come here to know what levels Nifty will move and just to see next day they are going to lose money. So this is where I'm trying to explain you the complete market structure, and this works in all the markets. Make no mistake, this works in Bank Nifty, this works in stocks, this works in Forex, this works everywhere. The reason why I trade in Nifty is because of this. I told you a number of times, and people who are in my Telegram channel, I have explained them and I have shared my trades, what time I trade. I trade at 9:15, in the opening last 3 days successfully I have made 6 and today 9,500. Yes, this was a foolish trade where I just got greedy, but I immediately realized my mistake and exited. This one I wanted to see whether it can carry, but after 10 o'clock I waited for 15 minutes and then exited because I had to get back to my work. That's all. And how much I made with 500 quantity? This much. But if you see this, yesterday and today, from here till here, we had 80 points, which is nothing but option points. I'm talking, not Nifty. 500 into 80 is 40,000 rupees. Today we had more than 50,000 rupees. So what I'm trying to teach you is very important. And if you don't want to even spend 10-15 minutes to learn the market language, you're free to drop. But I'm making an effort to try and teach you how pivots work, how price action works. All right, let's quickly continue. Now, I did tell you yesterday, market will be range bound, right? Day before yesterday, range bound. So range bound is somewhere market going back and forth like yesterday and breaking. Yes, what do you see here? Double top, range bottom. So until 11:30, 12 o'clock, market was trying to work within the range and market broke here. Now, how do you realize? Yes, there was a lot of news. Most of the folks don't know how to trade. They read the news, they read the COVID, and because of past experiences, they're just afraid. They don't see what is unwielding, right? Unwinding in front of their eyes. Yes, there is a negative RSI divergence. Even yesterday, I told you, see today, market at same level, but market momentum going down. But this does not mean that you need to trade. These negative divergence and RSI trend breakout works like a gem in stock market. But in option trading, we have option Greeks, intrinsic value, extrinsic value, open interest. So if you go into all this, you will just confuse and get boggled down. But if you just watch pivots and price action, same thing. What I shared yesterday, you will never be disappointed, right? So let's see. This is the double top, right? Double top. So why I need pivots, I'll tell you. Okay, this is S3. What is S3? It's a buying zone. Now, what do you see in the first candle? Sharp reversal pin bar, doji near the previous day high, market comes down very sharply. Now, this is very important, guys. Whenever the first 5 minutes candle or say the midway day's high or low is broken, most of the time market retraces back and goes in that particular direction, right? See here also, yesterday first 5 minutes candle was broken, but market reverse. This is very unlikely to happen until unless you have strong buying. Now after this yesterday, what happens? The high of the market is broken, then it comes down, goes in the same high direction. Now here, what happens today? Same replication, the low of the market is broken, but here we had much more conclusive evidence in the form of engulfing candle. So if you are short, the short should be only below S3, which is marked by pivots. And also the engulfing candle is showing a lot of buying in the first candle and also this engulfing. So this point was the point where you should have traded. Look what happens. And also the high, previous day high is broken. Market comes back and near the engulfing candle, people start buying. Now here in this engulfing candle, let's move to 15 minutes. So in this 15 minutes, what do you see? This wick to body. This you need to mark in the live market so that you can focus clearly and trade. So this is 15 minutes. Market comes down after the doji, goes up, and remember this doji is very important to be broken upside on 15 minutes. And then the second candle won't even test down. It closes, it just closes above the low of the previous candle. Now this will become your supply zone or where buyers are waiting if you want to understand the price action. What happens here? You get a sharp reversal pin bar, which is a buy. But since this is not formed near pivots, this is your another evidence. First evidence, second evidence, third evidence. This is a evening star, all right? After third evidence, market tries to test the low, but then you have a doji. What does the doji means? All of a sudden, market is undecided. Then you get morning star pattern. So this pattern or this pattern works well with the trend. What is the trend? Most of you folks fail to understand the trend. You want to trade both sides just to lose money. Yes, it's very thrilling. Sometimes you might win, but understand how trading works. Trading works until it is proven wrong, which means either stop loss needs to be hit or you achieve your target and close the day, because market always moves in zigzag way. Now again, similar to yesterday, higher low and you have a lot of evidence to buy. This one comes, this is a double top pattern. Now this is very important. Before any range breakout, if this would have come here and then gone up, now similar to here, right? You need to be watchful. See this doji yesterday, and then market can reverse back. But you will have a higher probability when the pullback is short and then a breakout happens. What does this mean? Sellers try to take the price down thinking this is a range, or buyers who bought here sold here, which created a supply and price dropped. Whenever a supply is created, price drops. But immediately buying happened within a short pull and the range was broken, which showed a lot of buying momentum. Before this happened, do you remember these things? So market is giving the signs since morning. And also this one is a sharp reversal pin bar. So if anybody who have not bought here, they could have confidently taken a trade here, keeping this as a stop loss. After R3, see near R3, you get 2 doji. If this was broken, this should have been your stop loss. But R3 took support, and what would be your next target? R4. I want to see this doji somewhere here. I would have exited, and this entire zone, I won't even trade because it's facing the resistance. My next trade will be only above R4, but by this time, market has started giving strong evidence, which means if you see this ADX, it's around 10, less than 20 ADX, no momentum, which means option premium meeting without any clarity. I mean, this is exactly how you should have traded today. So if you come to float pivots, this is another minor channel. I told yesterday's channel was broken, right? How you could have picked the sign? right? From here, this is the channel. Go back to 5 minutes. If you put the channel was broken in the morning, then again started breaking upside. So you know market is in uptrend. How in the world you can think that without prices being below the channel, that price will go down? Because a lot of people would have gone short, right? So whatever I showed, mark that way. Yes, if you see the floor pivots, the combination of floor pivots is, you can watch both. I mean, it depends upon what you want to use. Why I'm sharing this is learning purpose. What is a CPR? CPR is the heartbeat of the pivot. Now this is previous day high. Now near central pivot, you have an engulfing candle. And whom does the upper CPR belongs to? There is a 2-hour long hard work on pivots, which I have shared on YouTube. I'm so disappointed that you people have very less time or less patience to learn, but you are willing to spend a lot of money with outside people to learn. So our YouTube channel is not for any economic benefit. Please understand, it's a group of friends who have created this purely to share the knowledge and make you understand how to make money. Now, whom does the upper CPR belongs to? Upper CPR belongs to always buyers. Always buyers. So this is where you have to trade. So people are very fascinated when I take the trades in first 5 minutes and make money. I took the trade here because of upper CPR. Within 5 minutes, I showed you 9:30.30 seconds, and I had a small congestion zone here. And in that 5 minutes, if the price goes below that, without waiting for the closure of 5 minutes, I exit. So what does this mean? This means the first 5 minutes trade is, you can consider it as blind trade, but I am experienced to it because of my work. I take the risk. Sometimes, yes, it backfires and I lose money. Don't get fascinated and think that this is the way to trade. The right way to trade is identifying these price action and making 40, 50,000. I'm sure this year, within this month, hopefully I will try and give you a video where I have made maximum money. But as if now I'm totally occupied, I'm in no position to give or trade so much actively or regularly. Last 3 days, this entire week, trust me, I was waiting for big money. Last 2 days was big. Still, I did not make. Even today was big. I could have made money, but there was no way I could have traded. Now here, don't ever get fooled by uptrend. 3 consecutive days uptrend, market might correct, but correction happens at any point of time. Don't try to be afraid of that. Watch the signs and take the trade. Now this is a range. Says tomorrow, if this range is broken, where can price come? This is a double top. Price will come here. If this is broken, yeah, this is a congestion zone where pricing has happened. This, if this is broken, this play with levels. So if there is too much of negative news like this, there might be one big candle breaking everything. So what I want to show here is keep your bias upside, but also be aware that momentum is dropping. Sooner than later, there will be a correction, but correction does not mean reversal of the trend. To change the reversal of the trend, market should fall at least 2-3 times regularly, where you can see 2-3 days. Like ascending CPR, you should see descending CPRs. All right, keep this in mind. And tomorrow is expiry. Trade safely. Yes, we do have a wide CPR, which indicates that market range has extended, and any trade, you need to trade with price action within this. Otherwise, price should sustain above R1 pivot or below S1 pivot to take shots. Right? Please ensure that you remember this and trade with levels. And I have given you the levels. The reason why I trade with pivots is, see this level, R4. This level, Camarilla pivots. What did we mark yesterday? Do you remember what we marked? Same thing. I haven't changed anything. This is broken. Bollinger Band, I said momentum is strong. So there might be a pullback or there might be a gap up tomorrow go, then there will be a pullback, because whenever price opens outside Bollinger Band, it has to come inside the Bollinger Band before continuing the price. See here, outside Bollinger Band, it can continue. It's a strong momentum, not reversal. You get 2-3 days sideways and then again it keeps moving. What happens here? Breaks down, momentum is strong. Next candle comes and closes inside the lower band and then continues the trend. See here what happens. So likewise, it is not absolute, but anticipate. Now, very important. Yesterday I told you it's above 61.8 golden ratio. If this breaks, I had marked 2 levels. And where did the price took resistance? Do you think it is magic? No, it is because everybody keeps watching the levels which I mark. No, what I mean is everybody knows the levels and traders respect those levels after a considerable amount of move. Now, if this gets broken, where can the market go? See, this entire thing is a selling range. If I remove the Bollinger Bands, see, this entire thing is selling. You have a long wick of supply zone. So we don't know where market can reverse. But the high probability is 18,020 can be a strong resistance. Beyond 18,020, next level is 18,140. But again, till the height, we have a very strong supply zone where sellers will be waiting to book their profit, or the buyers might book profit here, because of which supply might increase and prices can come down. Understand this. Now, if price reverses, so we have a strong buying here. So where can market take support? So if you go to 1 hour, because hourly will give you very strong evidence. Do you see here? We have a strong pin bar, a red bar, and then a green bar. So you can safely take this position somewhere closer, always weak to body. 17,844 to 17,839. So which is the next level where you saw a lot of strong momentum? This entire week will be a supply zone. 17,791 to 17,805. And then this is again a very strong buying zone. Can market crack this way? We don't know. There are some days where a market has moved 100,000 points as well, once in a history. I don't want to confuse you with Fibonacci. Fibonacci level is 17,000, or what I gave, 842, 0.786. Let me remove this. Work with pivots, or if you want naked charts where you feel comfortable, work with this. Ensure these areas are congestion zones where market will respect. You can read the levels here, pause and read. Hope this helped for your trading. Hope I'm making a difference in explaining and breaking the market structure, especially picking the clues how market goes, and then you are making your bias rather than a blind bias because of some fuel in the news. Please do share, comment, subscribe, and encourage us to bring more videos. I'll definitely make an exclusive video on price action where you can understand it. So, but please, if you don't watch the naked levels, this is how I trade in 15 minutes. I have showed you. Always it respects. It's not because I'm a magician, because every trader knows this levels, and professional traders at those levels exit, creating the pressure on supply and demand. Thank you all. Have a good day. God bless you.